think that when everyone thinks of where they can get some amazing seafood, they think of this place. We are at Salmon Daves. I have Sean with me, and we're starting off with a soup that's a starter probably for a lot of people to come in here because I feel like everyone loves your lobster bisque.
Pretty well known, yeah.
It's award winning.
Yeah, that it is.
So I just feel like it's something that seems simple, but yet might not be as far as putting it together.
There's a few items and a few ingredients that take a little bit of preparation and time, but other than that, once you have those things ready, you're ready to go. It's a pretty easy dish to throw together.
So he invited us back in the kitchen. He's going to show us how he whips something like this up, at least a few of the steps, right?
I am.
All right.
We start with these beauties right here. This is a 1 1/4 pound cold water Maine lobster. I've got this steamed off already and ready to go. Don't take the rubber bands off until after it's cooked. So we'll remove these. And I'm going to just show you real quick how to break down the lobster because we use the meat obviously in the soup, and the shells are a very important ingredient because we use that to make the stock that we then reduce down.
So you use the shell too?
Yeah, we use the shells, we smash them up, and kind of like you would any other stock with mirepoix and aromatics. When you have a whole lobster like this, the way you deconstruct it, simply twist off the tail. Generally have some goodies inside that you got to get rid of there.
Don't want that in the soup.
No. And then we'll twist off the claws and the knuckles there. And this is going to house all our meat. We're going to go through and separate that, and that's what we're then going to use in the soup so that we have nice chunks of lobster.
Okay. So it turns out looking like this in the end?
Correct, yeah, that's our finished product. This here we're going to reserve, and we're going to use this in the stock as well as the shells that remain after we remove the meat. Real easy to do here. The tail, I just split it right in half because we're just going to go in there and take the meat out.
Look at that.
Just like that. And we'll clean that up a little bit, rinse it off. You don't want to rinse it too much because that's all good flavor. From the top side, you got this bottom hinge right here. We're going to go in from the top and just give it a good crack and then pop it like that. If we use this and snap that and get that little cartilage out of the meat there, it should come out fairly clean.
Look at that. So good tip for people at home trying to do this too.
So then once you separate that, and that'll pop right out. You have a nice intact claw. All right, I got a hot pan on the stove here, and we're going to start. I've broken down the recipe to make just a small batch. Obviously, when we do this in the restaurants, we do 5 gallons at a time, big stock pots, that whole thing.
Gotcha.
So start off with just a little bit of canola oil in there. You don't want to use olive oil because it has too high of a smoke temp. It's going to burn your product because we do get some heat going here. A little bit of butter in the pan as well. And then we're going to go in with our onions and our celery. Quick saute. It doesn't really matter how all this stuff is chopped because you're going to puree it at the end, so it won't be visible or that texture won't be present. Saute that for about 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, Next thing to go in, a little bit of tomato paste, paprika, and cayenne pepper. I'm not going to use all that cayenne, just a little bit. And just a little bit of cayenne so that you have the spice on the back. And we stir that until that tomato paste kind of coats everything and takes over. You can see it already starting to glaze the bottom of the pan. And as that glazes the bottom of the pan, it's going to almost start to stick. That's what I want to happen. All right, now I'm going to go in with some sherry wine. About 3 ounces for what I got going on right here, but you can see it's just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Important thing when you're making a lobster stock, it's just like making a chicken stock or a vegetable stock. You're going in with vegetables and aromatics. The real important thing is to crush those shells up. I take like a meat mallet, and really, because the oils are the flavor, that's what you want out of there, and that's going to flavor your stock. So that's what I have here. And we go in with our stock. For this recipe, I go in with about 1/4 cream. All right, so we've let that reduce for a while, and this is the finished product. If you want to look inside there, when I talk about viscosity, you see that whisk making ribbons? See those ribbons in there? That's kind of what I'm looking for is my
So that's
target.
the final test before you serve it?
Yeah, that's about the viscosity that I want, where I'm producing a little bit of drag as I take that back and forth. Now we're going to top that with a little bit of the lobster meat from earlier. And I like to put that right on top so that the guests can see that there's chunks of lobster meat in there. They sometimes get lost and coated in the soup. We have a wide selection of fin fish and shellfish, Barrow Island salmon, scallops, walleye from the Great Lakes. We've got redfish coming on our New Orleans promotion. Of course, lobster. You name it. Not just seafood, great steaks as well.
I love this. I'm going to end with this, and I think I just learned how to make seafood bits. You think mine's going to be as good as yours?
I think so. I think you can do it. You were paying attention.
You
So.
have a lot of faith in me. Thanks, Sean. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's rich, creamy.